experience a past life regression. I'm doing this simply because a number, possibly quite a number of people, live in either a country town or in an area where there is just no way they have a chance of experiencing a past life regression. I know a past life regression is important because once one experiences that and one knows that that was yourself in a previous existence or previous existences, if one continues to have regressions into other lives, three things disappear straight away: the devil, heaven and hell. Because suddenly, to have a past life regression, you must have had a past life, and to have a past life means that reincarnation definitely exists. And now it's not somebody else telling you or you're reading about it, you're actually experiencing it yourself. So I'm doing this now. One-on-one, I often do, I usually do hypnosis, and even then it takes a number of times before people, this varies from person to person of course, before people feel comfortable, they start experiencing a past life, and then it gets deeper and deeper, and each time one goes back, then people are more relaxed, and you're certainly more likely, or you certainly will, get a regression. But when I'm doing a group of people, I always do it through a meditation, just trying, and each time one does that meditation, one is more relaxed and one meditates more deeply. And so if in doing this session that you didn't experience a past life regression, don't get upset. The more you do it, the more relaxed, and the more relaxed you are. And the fact that you know there's nothing big, there's no big deal about it. It's simply just a process. I'm just taking you through a process of meditation, and then as you become more relaxed, you're more likely to have a past life regression. And quite apart from that, if you're a bit uptight sometimes and you just feel like relaxing, and you can listen to this just simply as a meditation. What I usually do is I usually suggest that the past life that you do experience is one that is impacting one way or another, positively or negatively, on this life that you have at the moment. I've mentioned before, I had one guy, and he was 46 years old, but all his life he's had a pain in his right neck. And when I did it with him, what happened, he was speared in a past life in medieval Europe. He was not sure where it was, but what happened, the pain disappeared, but he had a bit of a scoliosis in his back, and that seems to straighten as well. So, but that took a few sessions with him. It started immediately, and it just got deeper and deeper, and in the final session, he was a guy on horseback speared him in the neck. So that past life affected this one in the fact that he had this pain which no one could find. He had CAT scans and MMRs and all the rest of it, acupuncture, physiotherapy, nothing helped, and yet that past life, and since then, now that was 2 years ago, more than 2 years ago, and that's never returned, and it was immediate after that session. He just did not have that. Now, so therefore, one can't say beforehand what's going to happen or what's not going to happen. The music you hear is just simply to help you relax, and it's simply for this to aid and assist with a meditation and help you relax. But because I'm doing it this way, what I would like to do, and in this respect, I'm just going to do a few minutes, and it's simply, I'm just going to hit my lap, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Going to do that for a few minutes, and I want you to do that with me. When I do 1, 2, you just simply do 1, 2, and that helps us synchronize a little bit, get a connection. Apart from that, I just ask you to look up, possibly when you're doing the 1, 2, and then when that's finished, just relax. And before we start, always have a few deep breaths. That helps people relax. And after that, just relax. Let your head wants to fall forward. That's okay. You want to keep it up. That's okay. Close your eyes. That's probably preferable. And just listen to me and the music, and we just talk. And I'll just take you through a meditation. And if I have a heart attack and something happens, no worries. If you're a bit tired, you'll probably just go to sleep. And if you're not tired, you'll just wake up straight away. So let's start. Just take a couple of deep breaths. Nice and deep. Let it out. Another. Nice and deep. Let it out. One more time. Nice and deep. Let it out. Get with your head just looking up towards the ceiling. And while you're doing that, I'm just going to tap 1, 2, 1, 2, and you just do that with me. We do it for a minute or so, and that just helps us tune in together, sync our wavelength, if you like. And anyhow, it's just a little system, and we'll start doing it now. So while looking up, I'm just going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and you do it along with me. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, I presume you're just sitting there. Just relax. Close your eyes if you want, whichever's pleasant, and just let your head relax, fall down forward if you wish to, whatever you like. Now, possibly with your eyes closed, we're going to go on a bit of an imaginative journey. And the first one we're going to do is take you to a sanctuary. Now, this sanctuary is just simply a place in your own mind that you can go, and if you like, you can go anytime you want. You don't need me to do that, but it's just a place you can go to. But it's a place that you build. Now, you might be living in a cold area, but you've always dreamt of being on a tropic island. So your place, your sanctuary might be on a tropic island, it might be in a cave, it could be in a mountain, it could be in a desert, it can be in an oasis, it can be anywhere you like, but you just have this house and you build a house. And in my case, I built one of marble, and it's on the side of a hill overlooking an ocean, but you build it the way you want. And so just in your mind's eye, just creating this sanctuary, whatever size you want, and how luxurious you want it, that doesn't matter. So with that in your mind's eye, that you've already got this place, you can always come back later and add to it if you wish to. But you're walking through the front door of your sanctuary, and I just want you to walk in and just walk along the corridor, and there's a room down the end, and what you would do is you open up the door, and in that room is just a simple room, and in the center of the room there's a table, and on that table there's a box. So I want you to walk over to that box. It might be a cardboard box, it might be a very ornate box, it might be made of wood, it could be made of mother of pearl. That doesn't matter. It's your box, you're looking at it on the table, you're just seeing it for what it is. Now, in your own imagination, because this is a journey of the imagination. You now open the lid, and inside you'll see something. It could be a stone, sapphire, diamond. It might be a spoon, it might be a feather, it might be a knife. It could be anything. It might be a letter there. If there's a letter there, pick the letter up and see if there's any words on the letter. There could be a message there for you. So there's simply this box, and there'll be different things for different people. But just look inside that box, and if there's nothing there, don't worry. Next time we do it, there could be something in the box. Looking at the box, now close the lid of the box, and just take your time coming outside your sanctuary and have a look around. And this is a sanctuary. This is just a little compartment in your own mind. It's different for everybody, but it's a little place that you can go to whenever you feel like, and you can just relax, and you can go in there, create rooms, do what you like. But this is your little sanctuary that you can, within your own imagination, that you can go there at any time. This is also to help this journey of imagination. So now I want to take you up onto a beautiful grassy hill, and you're just on the top of the hill, and you can smell the grass, and there's a blue sky, there's clouds, it's sunny, it's not hot, it's not warm, it's very, very pleasant, and you're literally walking through the grass. It's not a deep grass, but it's just a grass, and as you're walking along, you see a ball, and the ball's about 12 inches ball, and it's red and white, and you pick up the ball, and it's nice and light, and you try and bounce the ball, but it doesn't bounce too well in the grass, but that's okay. So you put the ball down, and you just keep walking, and now we're walking down the hill. So it's just a gentle hill, just walking down this grassy hill, and just taking in the landscape, looking around, enjoying the breeze, the fresh air. There's a forest over there on the right. You're looking at the trees, and it's just a very pleasant landscape. But there in the distance you'll find there's a river that's winding its way, and crossing, there's a bridge which crosses over that river. It's not a big river, but there's a bridge there, and that's all shrouded in mist. So as you're walking down, you're just walking, there's a slight path, and then you're on the path, and you're walking towards that bridge, and you're still enjoying the day. It's a lovely day. It's warm, you're feeling warm, you're totally relaxed, no cares, no worries, and it's just a very, very pleasant journey by yourself, just taking in the landscape. And as you're getting closer and closer to this bridge, and you see the mist. Now, what's interesting is that when you start to walk towards the bridge, and you're getting close to it, and you're walking into the mist, and you're going to find that the mist, as you walk into it, the mist is very, very warm. It's a welcoming mist. It's not a heavy mist. It's just shrouding the bridge a little bit, but you're walking through this mist, and you're walking onto the bridge. Now, the interesting thing about this bridge, as you walk across it, this is the period where you're walking back, and you're walking literally through time. You call this the bridge of time if you like, but you're walking through this mist. It's a very pleasant mist, and as you're walking across the bridge, you're actually walking back through space and time. And this is when you get to the other end of the bridge, you'll find that you're actually gone from this part of this lifetime. You've moved into another lifetime, a previous lifetime. So you're walking through the bridge, walking over it. You can see the end of it now, and you can just, very pleasant, just normally, everything's normal, just your normal self, but you're walking over, and you're walking down the bridge, off the bridge, and as you walk off the bridge, you find the mist is disappearing, and there you are. Now, nothing seems to have changed, but there could be changes, and the easiest way to look at that is to look down and look at your footwear. Are you wearing the same footwear that you were before? Maybe you've got boots on now. Maybe You've got shoes on, maybe they're female shoes. You can find now that you have now moved into a previous existence. If this has happened and you can suddenly feel that, you look around, you just relax, take it in. It's just as if you're watching a TV screen or a TV movie. You're not emotional about it. It's just something that's happening and you're just watching it, and it's just you're just taking in what happens, the events. Are there people there? Can you recognize if there is a place or it's strange? Can you see anything there that would indicate where it is, whether it's in Asia or whether it's in Europe or whether it's in India? Are there people around? How old are you? Are you there? Are you a young person? How young are you? And so you just take in the scene and look at it, and you just walk and just interact with the situation. So this is the time that one is now in a previous existence. It's no big deal. It's just something that happens. It happens. Can happen any time that you do this. You can still go through this particular process. Look around. Take it in. If there is something there, and you are finding that you're in a strange area, move yourself along for 5 years into the future and see how things have changed. Have you gone from a happy time to an unhappy time, or from an unhappy time to a happier time? Just see what transpires and what's happening. Again, after you've taken that in, and it's just like, it's not emotional, it's just as though you're watching something, a video or TV. It's just something that you're seeing in your own mind, and we move forward another 5 years and see where that takes us. If something's happening, that's fine, take it in. Look at the changes to yourself, the changes to the area, the environment. Just take that in. Now on this occasion, we're going to move forward to the point in that lifetime, that existence, that where it was time for you to pass over, time for you to die. Again, it's not a thing that you get emotional about, but it's what happened, how it's happened, and the manner in which you died on that occasion. And the thing about this was, if you're experiencing that past life, what is it about that past life that has impacted you in any way on this life? Was it that you had a lingering death and you were angry and that anger carried over? Or was there someone that you really loved and you missed deeply, but there might be a connection with that person in this life? So all different things, different strokes for different folks, different things could happen to different people. So just take that in. And now we're going to return, going along the same direction in which we came, and take us back to that bridge. We come to the mist again. We walk up onto the bridge through the mist, and then we slowly walk back through that mist. And as you see the other side, again, you walk down off the bridge and the mist will disappear. And there's that hill you walk down, and now you're walking back up into the sunlight. Refreshed, relaxed for that and journey of the imagination that you've just been through. Okay, the music that I use now fade out, and that music, it's simply just, it's a waltz, golondrina, and that's there, and that just helps you go down into a meditation. Now this is not a long session, it's only a short session, but it's something that you can do anytime. And the thing is, the first time that you do it, because it's the first time, then obviously you're not going to be that relaxed. But if you do it on a number of occasions, you'll find that you relax more and more. But this is an opening, a door that has the possibilities. Again, it's different for everybody. Some people on that first session, they'll go through and they'll experience briefly, they'll experience a past life, but enough for them to know that it happened and it was them. That's you. It's a personal thing. This is about you and you, not about anybody else. But if you do it on a number of occasions, this relaxes you and that gives you an opening. But the big thing I'm trying to put forward to you here is that if you go out and you pay your $300 or $200 or whatever it is, different for different places and different people. This is basically, they've got their own particular system, their own particular style. They may use most likely hypnosis. But this is just to give people who have no way of experiencing that normally, with their normal, because of where they live and so forth, or their situation is such that they can't do it. So this is just to give you a slight indication of what it's like and the possibility, and that it's not a spooky thing or something to be that you're really worried about. You know, I'm so lucky. I've got two wonderful mediums I go to. I see them. I try and go twice a year. My family's there. My friends are there. People who just died in the last year turn up. I've got this at my disposal, but I'm lucky. I can do that, and I have these people. But this is not available for everybody. So I just thought I'd take this particular session just to give you an insight into what it's like in the method or a method that can be used to go back to a previous lifetime. There's nothing like some experience that you haven't gone through before. So with that, it was only brief, it wasn't long, but I hope it refreshes you, it's relaxed you, and you're making you feel good about yourself. And I'm hoping, if not on the first occasion, you do it on a few occasions, that will take you back to a previous existence. Bye for now. Talk soon.